Think your pocket change is worthless? Think again. Welcome to Washington Quarter Coin Secrets, where we reveal rare quarters worth thousands, even up to $100. Oh, zeroth. From hidden errors to valuable mint marks, we show you exactly what to look for. First coin. The 1965 Washington quarter holds a special place in U.S. coin history. This was the very first year the United States Mint transitioned from 90% silver quarters to a copper-nickel-clad composition. Because of this change, millions of these coins were produced, and at first glance they seem extremely common. Most people would never think twice about spending one. But hidden among these regular coins are rare and valuable pieces that can command huge prices. One of the biggest reasons a 1965 quarter can become so valuable is due to minting errors and unusual characteristics. Interestingly, coins from this year typically do not carry a mint mark. During 1965, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins to discourage hoarding. So, if you find a 1965 quarter without a mint mark, that alone is not rare. It's actually normal. However, what makes certain coins stand out is what shouldn't be there. Some rare 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964. These coins look similar but have a different weight and sound. A genuine silver 1965 quarter is incredibly rare and highly valuable. If such a coin appears in circulated condition, even with scratches and signs of wear, collectors are still willing to pay massive amounts for it. Condition also plays a major role in determining value. The coin we're discussing is in circulated condition with visible scratches and wear, categorized as fine condition. Normally, circulated coins lose much of their value compared to uncirculated ones. But when rarity is involved, even a worn coin can become extremely desirable. In this case, the combination of a rare composition or minting anomaly with a 1965 date can push its value up to $150,000 at auction. Another factor that can drive up the price is strong demand among collectors. Rare error coins are like hidden treasures in the numismatic world. Collectors are always searching for unique pieces that tell a story, and a 1965 quarter with an unusual background fits perfectly into that category. Auctions often see intense bidding wars when such coins appear, pushing prices higher and higher. If you think you might have a valuable 1965 quarter, there are a few simple things to check. First, listen to the sound it makes when dropped gently on a hard surface. Silver coins produce a distinct ringing sound, while clad coins sound dull. Second, check the edge of the coin. A typical clad quarter will show a copper-colored stripe along the edge, while a silver coin will have a solid silver edge. Third, consider having the coin weighed. Silver quarters weigh slightly more than clad ones. It's also important to have the coin authenticated by a professional grading service. Many coins may appear unusual, but turn out to be common after expert evaluation. Professional grading not only confirms authenticity but also assigns a condition grade, which can significantly influence the coin's market value. Stories of rare coins being found in everyday circulation continue to inspire people around the world. Imagine finding a 1965 quarter in your loose change and discovering it's worth $150 zeroth. It's like winning a small lottery without even buying a ticket. These stories remind us that valuable treasures can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. Collectors and enthusiasts often spend years searching for coins like this, going through rolls of quarters, visiting coin shops, and attending auctions. Yet sometimes, the most incredible discoveries happen by accident. That's why it's always a good idea to check your coins carefully before spending them. In today's market, rare coins are becoming more valuable as demand increases and supply remains limited. A unique 1965 Washington quarter with the right characteristics can easily attract global attention. Auction houses regularly feature such coins, and serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. This next coin, the 1983D Washington quarter, a coin that many people ignore but collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own. The year 1983 is considered one of the most interesting years for Washington quarters. During this time, the United States Mint was producing coins for circulation only and did not release official uncirculated sets like in other years. Because of this, most 1,983 quarters you find today have been heavily used in everyday transactions. That means finding one in decent condition, even with light scratches and wear, is already more challenging than people realize. Now, let's focus on the D mint mark. This small letter, located on the coin, tells us the coin was minted in Denver. The 1983 D quarter had a large mintage, but the real story is not just about how many were made, it's about how many survived in collectible condition. Since most of these coins were released straight into circulation, very few were preserved carefully, making higher quality examples extremely scarce today. You might wonder how a circulated coin with scratches and visible wear could ever reach a value of $110 zeroth. The answer lies in rarity combined with unique characteristics. Some 1983 D quarters are known to feature striking errors, unusual die conditions, or exceptional details that set them apart from the millions of ordinary coins. When collectors identify one of these rare varieties, the value can skyrocket. Condition still plays a key role. A coin described as being in fine condition means it has been circulated but still retains clear design details. You can see the outline of George Washington's profile, the lettering is readable, and the overall structure of the coin is intact. Even with scratches on the surface, such a coin can still attract serious attention if it has rare features or a strong strike. Another important factor is demand. Coin collecting is a global hobby, and rare U.S. coins are especially popular. When a unique 1983 D quarter appears at auction, collectors from around the world compete to own it. This competition drives prices higher, sometimes reaching astonishing levels like $110,000 for a single quarter. There's also the excitement of the hunt. Many collectors search through rolls of quarters, hoping to find hidden treasures. The idea that a life-changing coin could be sitting unnoticed in everyday circulation keeps people searching. The 1983 D quarter is one of those coins that proves valuable finds are still possible. If you think you might have a 1983 D Washington quarter worth serious money, there are a few things to check. First, look closely at the mint mark and overall details. Make sure the D is clearly visible and not altered. Next, examine the surface for any unusual features like doubling, off-center strikes, or other minting errors. These small differences can make a huge impact on value. It's also a good idea to check the coin's edges and weight to confirm it matches standard specifications. While most 1983 quarters are copper nickel clad, any variation from the norm could indicate something special. Finally, consider having the coin professionally graded and authenticated. Experts can identify rare characteristics that might not be obvious to the average person. Stories of valuable 1983 D quarters continue to inspire collectors and everyday people alike. Imagine pulling a worn coin from your change and discovering it could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house in some places. It's a reminder that hidden value can exist in the most ordinary objects. This next coin. The 1995 Washington quarter with the D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, and millions of these coins entered circulation. At first glance, there is nothing unusual about them. They were made using the standard copper-nickel-clad composition, designed for everyday use, and most people have probably handled dozens of them without giving them a second thought. But hidden among these common coins are rare variations and unique pieces that collectors are always searching for. One of the key reasons a 1995 D quarter can become extremely valuable is the presence of minting errors or unusual die varieties. During the production process, small mistakes can occur that create coins with distinctive features. These might include doubled lettering, off-center strikes, or other irregularities that make the coin stand out from the rest. While most 1995 D quarters are completely normal, the rare few with these characteristics can command very high prices. Now consider the condition described here, circulated with scratches and classified as fine condition. Normally, coins in circulated condition are not worth much more than their face value. They show signs of wear from years of use, including small scratches, dull surfaces, and softened details. However, when a coin is rare or has a unique error, condition becomes less important compared to its scarcity. Even a worn coin can be worth a fortune if it is one of only a few known examples. In fine condition, the coin still retains clear details. You can recognize the portrait of George Washington, the date, and the lettering without difficulty. The design is worn, but not completely faded, which is important for collectors who want a coin that still displays its original features. When such a coin also has a rare error or unusual trait, its value can rise dramatically, sometimes reaching as high as $90,000 in competitive auctions. Another factor driving this incredible value is collector demand. Rare error coins are highly desirable because they are unique and often tell an interesting story about the minting process. Collectors are willing to pay significant amounts of money to add these coins to their collections, especially when they are authenticated and recognized by professional grading services. When multiple collectors compete for the same rare coin, the final price can climb far beyond expectations. The 1995D quarter also benefits from being part of a widely collected series. Washington quarters have been produced for decades, and many collectors aim to complete full sets by year and mint mark. When a particular year like 1995 has rare varieties, it becomes even more appealing. The combination of popularity and rarity creates the perfect environment for high auction values. If you think you might have a valuable 1995D quarter, there are a few important things to check. Start by examining the coin carefully under good lighting. Look for any unusual features such as doubling in the letters or numbers, misalignment, or anything that looks different from a standard coin. Pay close attention to the mint mark D to ensure it is original and not altered. Next, observe the overall condition of the coin. Even though scratches and wear are present, the details should still be visible. A coin that is too heavily worn may lose some of its appeal, but if it has a rare feature, it can still be extremely valuable. You might also consider comparing your coin with verified examples online or in coin reference guides. One of the most important steps is to have the coin authenticated by a professional grading service. Experts can confirm whether the coin is genuine and identify any rare characteristics that increase its value. They will also assign a grade, which helps collectors understand its condition and market worth. A certified coin is much more attractive to buyers and can achieve higher prices at auction. Stories of valuable coins being discovered in everyday change continue to inspire people around the world. The idea that a simple 1995D quarter could be worth $90,000 is enough to make anyone take a closer look at their coins. It reminds us that hidden treasures can exist in the most ordinary places, waiting to be found by someone who pays attention. This next coin. The 1990D Washington quarter is one of those coins that can surprise collectors and everyday people alike. The 1990 Washington quarter with the D mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint. At the time, these coins were produced in massive numbers for everyday circulation, meaning they were never intended to be rare or especially valuable. Most of them were used in daily transactions, passing from hand to hand, slowly picking up scratches, wear, and signs of age. Because of this, finding one today in circulated condition with visible scratches and classified as fine condition is quite common. But what makes certain examples stand out is not just their condition but the rare features they might carry. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. While millions of 1990D quarters were minted, only a very small number may have unique minting errors or special characteristics that dramatically increase their value. These errors can happen during the striking process at the mint, creating coins with doubled letters, off-center designs, or other unusual details. To the average person, these differences might seem minor, but to a collector, they can mean the difference between a coin worth 25 cents and one worth tens of thousands of dollars. Now consider the condition described here, circulated with scratches and categorized as fine. This means the coin has clearly been used over time. The surface may show small marks, the edges might be slightly worn, and the overall appearance is no longer sharp and shiny. However, the main design elements are still visible. You can clearly see George Washington's profile, the date 1990, and the D mint mark. Even though it is not in perfect condition, it still holds enough detail to be attractive to collectors, especially if it has something rare about it. What truly pushes the value of a 1990D quarter to the $90,000 level is the combination of condition, rarity, and demand. A coin in fine condition alone would not reach such a high price. But if that coin also features a rare error or an unusual die variety, it becomes highly desirable. Collectors are always searching for coins that are different from the standard versions, and when one appears at auction, it can trigger intense bidding. Demand plays a huge role in determining value. Washington quarters are one of the most widely collected coin series in the United States. Many collectors aim to complete sets that include every year and mint mark. When a particular year like 1990D has rare variations, it becomes even more appealing. Collectors are willing to pay significant amounts to secure these coins, especially when they are authenticated and recognized by professional grading services. Another reason for the high value is the excitement and mystery surrounding these coins. Unlike older coins that are already known to be rare, modern coins like the 1990D quarter can still be found in circulation. This creates a sense of possibility that anyone could discover a valuable coin at any time. It keeps collectors searching through rolls of coins, checking their change, and exploring every opportunity to find something special. If you believe you might have a valuable 1990D Washington quarter, there are a few important steps to follow. First, examine the coin closely under good lighting. Look for anything unusual, such as doubling in the text, misaligned designs, or strange markings that don't match a typical coin. Pay special attention to the mint mark D to ensure it appears normal and has not been altered. Next, consider the overall condition. Even though the coin has scratches and signs of wear, it should still retain clear details. A coin that is too heavily worn might lose some of its value, but if it has a rare feature, it can still be extremely valuable. Comparing your coin to verified examples can also help you identify whether it has something unique. The most important step is to have the coin professionally authenticated. A reputable grading service can confirm whether your coin is genuine and determine if it has any rare characteristics. They will also assign a grade, which helps establish its value in the market. Coins that are certified by professionals are much more attractive to buyers and often sell for higher prices at auction. Stories of rare coins being discovered in everyday change continue to inspire people around the world. The idea that a scratched, circulated 1990D quarter could be worth $90,000 is enough to make anyone look at their coins more carefully. It shows that valuable items are not always obvious and that sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in plain sight.